What's up, my pugnios? Andy with Andy Vlogs. Excited to share with you guys this content here. As the title suggests, guys, we're going to be going over the brand new product that came out from ZhiYun called the Smooth 5. This is kind of interesting here. ZhiYun's obviously known for a lot of their really awesome tech accessories, especially gimbals and stabilizers, but this is in direct competition with the OM5. I mean, I don't know why they named it 5. Maybe it is the 5th iteration, and maybe they've been making stabilizers for the last 5-6 years, just like DJI. But I didn't like the OM5. You guys can check the card up above for that video review. Basically, it didn't fit a higher end, heavier, chunkier, thicker phone like the 13 Pro Max. The folks at ZhiYun has reached out to me and they assured me here that this is going to be a fantastic product to be able to do that, and this is a review about that. And so with that said, there is some bias. They did give this to me for free. However, they did not sponsor this video, so my review, my comments are my own. With that said, down below in the links in the description, you can find the product pricing availability as well as an affiliate link to help support the channel if that's something you want to do. With that said, let's go ahead and unbox it, put it together. We'll go out on location and show you what it looks like shooting with it. ZhiYun Smooth 5 is supposed to support iPhone 13 Pro Maxes all the way down to iPhone 6. It does obviously support Android smartphones. The Smooth 5 apparently shrinks 40% of the body from last year. It's a 3-axis gimbal set to obviously track your face, but also comes with time-lapse motion POV. What's nice is it does support the weight from extra external lenses like Moment and Shift Cam and some of the others. The control wheel can pull focus or it can be used to zoom. It charges really quick, up to 4.5 hours. It's a 2600 milliamp battery. It's 1.36 pounds, and the max payload is up to 280 grams. That's 1.61 pounds, so not quite a whole pound. There it is, the ZhiYun Smooth 5. There's a whole bunch of different buttons here that obviously correspond with things that you can use in the app. Pulls focus with this little control wheel, or you can even do zoom. You got a nice record button on this side. You also have a record button on that side. Mode, menu. You've got this little dial here that does rotate. On the side here's the power FN button. And there's another, if you wanted to have an accessory here, you do have a 1/4-inch mount. On the back side here, you've got the trigger, which obviously will hold tilt. And then if you push it twice or 3 times, it'll change, and we'll show that off here in the demonstration. You can lock it in place here. Each axis does have a corresponding lock as well. And then here is obviously the mount here for the phone. This doesn't hold action cameras. This doesn't hold any other products besides a smartphone. You have an analog thumbstick, which is nice. The grip is really well padded, really nice in the touch. On the back side here, you can see that you have a little slot for a wrist strap if you want. Other than that, this is really high quality build. I really like this. It's all metal, aluminum, and some plastic in some places. But I think this is a good bang for your buck, honestly. Alright, right now we're going to go ahead and balance the device, show you how to do that when we put the phone on. With that said here, this is probably the hardest part. It does take a bit, but I've used these gimbals for some time now, that balancing them is pretty straightforward. There are a few things that you have to do to adjust it to make sure that you get it. But ideally what I like to do first is put on the tripod. That way you have a flat surface to be able to place it to get balance. Okay, so these kind of just snap into place here when you want to lock them. They kind of lock and snap. Usually you see like a lock, but that's okay. The correct position of this is to have this third axis kind of facing you rather than having to the side or whatnot. And then you want to have this this last axis facing to the right. That's how it's going to hold your phone. We're obviously going to put it on landscape. We're going to go ahead and set the phone in with these with this little thing with the dots. It's like a magnet that you can put their light module on there. You're going to have that facing up. So now that we've got it here, basically what you're going to be doing here is you're going to be adjusting it ever so slightly so that this arm right here doesn't lean down. Now you can't really fix this axis or this axis. You can only fit the second one here. So I'm gonna pull it all the way to the left so it leans to the right, and then I'm just gonna slowly bring it back until, you know, it's like a weight, until it flaps to the left, and then I'm gonna pull it a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then right there. When we lay it flat here, give it a little tiny bit more, you can see that now the phone is basically horizontal. I'm going to go just slightly. There we go. And then you're going to lock it in place. That's the way that you're going to balance it here. Pull it until it goes tight. Once you're done, you're gonna then press and hold the button twice, and that'll turn it on. Now that it's on, it'll then sync and have the camera go into place. Now, I'm still seeing that this side is drooping a little bit, so we're gonna loosen it and we're gonna fix it just slightly by pulling it in. For the most part, that looks good. I think we're all set. That's how you set it up here. Let's go ahead now and show you all the different settings here on the camera. Okay, so let's talk about the mode first. There's like 6 modes. There's PF, there's L, there's F, there's POV, and there's V. So I don't know exactly what they mean because in the instructions it doesn't tell you, but PF and L both lock all of the different axes. So that means that you can't pan, you can't tilt, and you can't roll. Except, see how it's having an issue here? It bangs. It hits against itself, then it kind of wiggles. Same thing with lock. I think L means lock. All the axes are locked. F only locks roll. So I can hold it to the side here and it won't roll. However, it gets to the point where I can't hold it because the phone's a little too big. So I'm already telling here that this phone in of itself might be too big for this with this gimbal. With that said, I can tilt, which is nice. I can pan, which is also nice. So F is the one that you want. POV is point of view. That means that you can tilt, you can pan, and you can roll. See how the phone rolls with it? It's not keeping the rolls there. And then V, I think, is vertical. If you wanted to do film vertically, it sets it vertically, which is nice. So I'm going to put it back on F, and I'm going to show you the trigger. Okay, so the trigger here has a bunch of different modes. So if you press the trigger once, it goes into go mode, and that's associated with the app. If you press and hold it, it goes into another mode, which is follow. And if you press it twice, it'll recenter. Press it 3 times, it will put it in selfie mode. Lastly here, before we get into the camera, I wanted to show you the joystick. The joystick basically just controls the pan, tilt, and zoom, depending on which direction that you put it. You can adjust it here if you wanted to have that micro adjustment there. All right, Pongos, we're here on location with the Smooth 5, and we've got it all calibrated. It's centered, it looks good, and first we're going to be shooting here with the profile shot, vertically. This is really nice for you to, if you're looking to do TikTok, if you're looking to do more stories and reels on Instagram, I think this is really the best for you. If you can see here, it keeps it stable left and right. I've got pan and tilt all stabilized. Like I said, I like to put it on the F setting here on the back side on the mode. That allows me to control the pan and the tilt. What's nice here is you can go up and down and it follows with you all along. Left and right, which is your pan, and then it keeps your tilt pretty stable. Now, I'm noticing here that there is some issue with the roll. If I go too far, then it kind of like turns. If I go too far this way, then it kind of turns. And I think that might be some built-in, it's got, see, I don't know why it does this. You don't have much range of motion from left to right if you're trying to like get that shot and you're trying to like curve into it and try to get the right position. It'll just kill on you. So you need to make sure you find the right mode for you to be able to prevent that. All right, so let's go ahead now and shoot our first shot. I'm going to shoot this, in horizontal mode, in the portrait mode, and just kind of go around my my house here to kind of show you what it looks like here as I'm panning and tilting and whatnot. So what I'm using right now is that the tilt is actually locked, as you can see. Let's go ahead and change it to the setting where the tilt is not locked. There we go. I changed it to the mode F, and that'll allow me to tilt now. Walking around here, now changing over to the audio from the device here. You can get down low. You can kind of do like a pull and a push if you want. I like how it has, a moderate amount of delay so that it's not like immediately turning when I'm looking to turn. I can get up close here and pull the pan as it goes out like that. If I want to like tilt up here, get the sun while I'm showing the buds here. Getting real close here to get us a nice stable shot. super close up here. It is shaking because of the wind, but I can pull back, tilt and pan as the sun goes in shot. It looks really good. Now I am on the stock Apple camera app, so I can't adjust the zoom. But once we switch over to the app here, you can see that I have full array of motion. It's pretty nice. If I wanted to have kind of more a vertical shot, I can get it real low, push it all the way out, and then I can follow along like this and bring it up if I wanted to. It's pretty nice. I'm liking that. And now you can see here that I've got pan and tilt unlocked, allowing me to move around. Now what's nice here is the control wheel is going to allow me to zoom out to 0.5x or zoom all the way into its designated 6x, which isn't bad. From here, it looks a little grainy. I think it's actually pulling zoom from the wide instead of the 3x tele, but it is allowed and able to jump on the ultra wide. So that's one thing to note, is that past 2x, because it's iPhone, it doesn't dial into the 3x camera. So that's something to note here. That's just a software thing that they need to fix. Okay, I signaled the gesture here. Now it's tracking my face. It's got the AI face tracking, facial recognition, object tracking. It's pretty impressive here. As I go down, you can see that it goes down itself. As I stand up, it can go up, and it can track pretty far. I mean, you can actually track pretty close as well. As I get closer, you guys can see it's locked onto my face, and there it is. Okay, there it goes. Now it's following along. Let's see how well it does. That's really good. As I'm walking around, it's capturing the moment here. That's really good. See how close we can get. This is a great view of motion here. It still can follow me. And there's your gesture control. With that said, guys, in conclusion, this is a pretty hefty product. I'm a little disappointed here that it was having so much problems with the weight of it. I mean, you tilt it like this and it doesn't stay with. You can see how it like jitters like that. I think it's better than the OM5, but it's not what I'm expecting. I want to be able to put this on long shoots, go out with the kids and make a vlog. There's so many issues with the calibration and the stabilization that this is something that is not quite to par at what I want. If you guys wanted to shoot vertical like this and put stuff on Reels on Instagram or like shorts on YouTube or TikTok, I think this is the product for you. But if you're wanting to shoot, 16:9 or, long form horizontal videos, it's just not there. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I do like though that you do have all those different functions. You can record from the Apple native app. You can't zoom, however. You have to use their own proprietary app, and some of the features on the app are kind of gatekept behind their pro mode, which costs money. It is nice to be able to use this little control wheel to be able to do zoom, which I like. You do have a couple of extra features that you can do. But other than that here, I mean, this is a step above the OM5, but it's still pretty expensive. You can only have smartphones on it. With that said, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Just know that I got this from the company. They did give it to me, but this is not a sponsored video. However, it is my own thoughts and feelings here, and I think it is a pretty reasonable product with some limitations. If you want to check out down below and support the channel, there is a link for the product pricing and availability, as well as it being an affiliate marketing link. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Appreciate you guys checking this out to the end. We'll catch you on the next one.